Today we're going over the subtraction problem 345 minus 192, and we're looking for the answer for that. So this, when we look at this, it's not like it looks like two large numbers, but they're separated out in the place value. So the 5 and the 2 represent the ones place, the 4 and the 9 represent the tens place, and the 3 and the 1 represent the hundredth place. So the best way to learn this is to visually draw examples of what we're doing here. And so if we had blocks or other manipulatives, we'd use that, but since we don't, we're gonna draw out the best way to look at it. So start out with 345 with the 5. So I'm gonna draw out 5 separate blocks, and each one represents ones. So that's 5 ones. So that represents 5, 345, and then for 192, we're gonna draw 2 ones. And then for the tens place for 345 for the 4, that represents 40. And so we're going to draw 4 tens blocks. And so we're going to represent those with just a line, but the line represents, each line represents 10 ones in each line. So that's 10. Sorry. That's 10, 20, 30, 40. And then for the 192, we would do 9. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Okay? And so now we're on to the 100th place, which is the 3 and the 1. So we would draw a big square that represents 1. Each of those represents 100. So the small squares represent ones, but the big squares represent 100. So it'd be, for 300, it'd be 300. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, and for the 100, it'd be just 1. And so if we were first going over this with manipulatives of, I forget what they're called, but I think base 10 blocks. So that would basically represent the base 10 blocks. So how you'd represent them is by then drawing them out like this. So then we would do 345 minus 192. And so for 345, we would take away. So we start out with the ones column. So for 5, we're essentially taking away 192 out of 345. So we're starting at 345, and we're taking 192 away from that to get our final answer. So for the 5, we would take away 2. So we put 1, 2, so take away 2 from the 5 from the 2, so that now we only have 3 left. And then with the 40 and the 90, you can see there aren't, if we take away the 9 from the 4, there would still be 5 unaccounted for. So we're going to use one of the hundreds blocks, and we're going to separate that out into 10 tens for us to use, because in every 100 there are 10 tens. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we have 14 on top instead of 4, and so now we can take away 9 from 14, where we couldn't take away 9 from 4. So I'm going to take away 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. So we're just taking away the tens until we have taken away we've taken away the 9, the 90 represent as 9 from the 345. Let's see, we've taken away 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is 9. So now our 5 left, which represents 50. Now at last thing we do is we go to the 100th place. And so we started with 3 100s, but we took away one of those. Now we have 2 100s left, and we have 1 100th that we need to take away from the 2. So we take away 1, and this should be our final answer. So we have started with the 1, so we have 3 ones left. 5 tens. is 50, and 100 represents 100. Make that a little bigger. And that equals 153. So 3. Sorry, I guess that. So 345 minus